JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, 3 arrested in gun and ammo seizure in Duane Park. An illegal handgun and several rounds of ammunition were seized during an early morning police operation in Duane Park, Kingston on Saturday. The police said 3 people were also arrested during the operation, but their identities are being withheld pending further investigation. Reports are that the operation was carried out between 5 a.m. and 8:30 a.m. in the community, during which a Russell .387 revolver, loaded with 6.387 cartridges, was seized. The police said an additional 57 assorted rounds of ammunition were seized, including 25.56 rounds used in high-powered rifles. Police arrest man after finding gun in sock during operation. A man was arrested in connection with the seizure of an illegal gun and several rounds of ammunition in Linstead, St. Catherine on Friday. Reports are that about 11:15 p.m., a joint police-military team was on patrol in an area of East Avenue known as Cat's Corner when they saw a man throwing an object over a fence. The police said the man was accosted and the object, which was contained in a dark blue sock, was retrieved. Further checks revealed a .38 revolver loaded with 6.38 rounds of ammunition inside the sock. The police said the man's identity has been withheld pending further investigations. Excop dies in Westmoreland crash. An Excop died from injuries he sustained in a crash in Strathbogie, Westmoreland on Saturday morning. The deceased has been identified as 27-year-old Craig Morgan from a Piper's Corner address in the parish. Reports are that Morgan was driving his motorcycle when he collided with a white station wagon traveling in the opposite direction about 1:30 a.m. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. The deceased brother, Michael Morgan, said that his brother got along with everybody. You can't just have a straight face round him, noting that he was a jovial person. Me head left me body when I get the news of his death, the distraught brother recalled. His brother said he and his deceased brother were playing the night before, like little children, only to get the sad news of his passing hours later. Suspected drowning in Hanover. The Kingsville police in Hanover have commenced an investigation into the death of a teenage student who reportedly drowned while swimming in a river in the community on Friday afternoon. She has been identified as 17-year-old Chevonnie Besley of Cousins Cove in Green Island, Hanover, and a student at the Green Island High School, also in the parish. According to reports, shortly after 3 p.m., Besley and a group of friends traveled to Ginger Hill in Kingsvale and went swimming in the Orton Tower River. The teenage girl reportedly got into difficulties, was pulled underwater, and got trapped in a cave where she drowned. A search party later fished her body from the river. She was transported to the Noel Holmes Hospital in Lucy, where she was pronounced dead. One family member said that she was very caring, loving, jovial, and always willing to help others. She was also noted as a promising student who was in the process of completing her final year at school. Police investigating murder of Old Harbour man. The police in Old Harbour, St. Catherine, are investigating the murder of a man along Sharpers Lane in the community on Friday night. That is 20-year-old Geraldo Beckford, a labourer from Sharpers Lane. Police said the incident took place about 9 p.m. in the southwestern St. Catherine community yesterday. The area was still tense, and the spot of blood seemed almost still fresh where the deceased received the fatal bullet. His visibly shaken father, Desmond Beckford, described his narrow escape from the deadly attack. "It's right here, so I dive off when me hear the man them said, 'Don't move,' and shot him," Beckford said, pointing to bushes, where he made his escape. "I was trying to stop him from walking on the road. Him said that him a go for him woman, and that is when them shot him. Me not supposed to drink. And see that me have to do right now." The father said that he was aware that his son was involved with a 17-year-old girl from the community. "Him get trapped before him get the gunshot. It really sad, but God not sleeping," Beckford said. Other community members said that Beckford prepared charcoal for a living. "Yes, him work with the father and burn coal. Him not make no trouble. So it is really a sad thing inside the community," Marcus Clark, a resident, said. Deputy Superintendent of Police, Mark Harris, said the police have intensified the investigation and are intent on apprehending the person or persons involved in the murder of Beckford. There have been 9 murders in the Old Harbour subdivision since the start of the year. Shotty succumbs to injuries from Grand Spend gun attack. Ricardo Ferron, more popularly called Shotty, of St. Catherine address who was shot and injured during a gun attack in Grand Spend, St. Andrew, has died. Ferron was hospitalized in serious condition after a shooting incident on Saturday night. The deceased had been visiting his girlfriend at the time. Reports said that Farron was at the rear of the premises when a car drove up and a man alighted from the vehicle, opening fire. Farron was later discovered suffering from gunshot wounds to his head and hand and taken to hospital. St. man hit with firearm and robbery charges. A 55-year-old man has been charged with illegal possession of firearm, burglary and robbery with aggravation, following an incident in Hodges, St. Elizabeth on Wednesday, May 11. Charges Conroy Rodney, otherwise called Welder, of Xenoway, Black River in St. Elizabeth. According to police reports, Rodney and another man gained entrance to our premises in Hodges, where they held the occupant at gunpoint and robbed him of several appliances and cash before escaping. Rodney was later arrested and placed on an identification parade on Thursday, May 19, where it was pointed out his court date is being finalized. Hart and Estate Trust refutes claims it is facilitating employment in Cayman. The Hart and Estate Trust says it is aware of promotional material being circulated in social media that the organization is working with the Jamaican Consulate of the Cayman Islands to facilitate employment in Cayman. However, the training agency says this is not so and has moved to distance itself from the promotions. In advertisements in the Sunday newspapers, the Hart and Estate Trust says it is not associated in any way with this advertisement or the publishers and does not accept any liability for any associated loss, however caused. The public is warned that this claim is fraudulent and invalid, and we strongly advise individuals to exercise extreme caution if they receive this flyer for overseas employment in the Cayman Islands, the advertisement added. The trust said it is not mandated to facilitate or guarantee overseas employment and as such would never conduct promotional activity of any kind, making any such claims. Government moving to elevate technical vocational education, says Williams. Minister of Education and Youth, Favour Williams, says the University Council of Jamaica is to accredit technical vocational education programs as the government moves to place technical vocational education on par with traditional academic qualification and achievement. The Vocational Training Development Institute, VTDI, is also to become a tertiary institution as part of the initiative, she revealed. I'm not just standing up here and giving lip service to it, she assured members of the Rotary Club of Trafalgar New Heights and their guests as she addressed them late last week at a general meeting of the club held at Crew Bar in St. Andrew. Williams said the relevant legislation will be amended to elevate the VTDI to a tertiary institution. Located in Papine, St. Andrew, VTDI, which is an arm of the Hart Trust NSTA, trains teachers in technical and vocational education. It has satellite sites in Montego Bay, St. James, and Mandeville, Manchester. You could get a master's degree. You could get a PhD. We're changing the landscape. We're saying to persons, to students, just because you're not going down this path, you are lesser and cannot be successful, she said. At the secondary level, she pointed out that the government has already implemented options for students that offer them an opportunity to acquire technical and vocational skills after grade 11 under the Sixth Form Pathways program. Due to a lack of space in some schools, high schools have been linked to community colleges to provide teaching and learning under the arrangement. From all indications, schools and students like that arrangement, and community colleges like it too, and they have the capacity, meaning space to accommodate the students, she said. She explained that a memorandum of understanding was signed with the Council of Community Colleges of Jamaica, which accredits community colleges and certifies the courses offered to provide oversight of the arrangement. 363 new COVID cases, 4 deaths. The COVID-19 positivity rate has increased to 35.6% as the country battles a fifth wave of the disease. The rate is up from Friday's positivity incidence of 28.8%. The Ministry of Health and Wellness confirmed that there were 363 new cases yesterday from 1,436 samples, bringing the overall count since the start of the pandemic to 134,660. 96 people are currently seeking treatment in hospital, 2 of whom are critically ill, and another 19 experiencing moderate symptoms. 67% of those hospitalized were not vaccinated. 4 deaths were also added to the case count, bringing the overall fatalities from the disease to 3,032 since March 2020. The 4 deaths occurred March to June last year. A further 118 people recovered from COVID yesterday, bringing the percentage of persons who have gotten over the disease to nearly 64%. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.